already accepted the fact that stuff is gonna move a bajillion times. Hello, welcome back. I'm Chelsea. This is the channel where we shop, style, and sell all of the best, most unique, vintage and secondhand treasures that we find. This is Hidden Gems, and I'm really excited to kick off this episode. It is June 29th, and I'm starting a brand new series of our shop makeover. I don't know how many videos this will be, and I don't know how long it's gonna take, but first episode starts right here today. The shop is gonna get a full makeover. If you remember from a couple videos back, I did a shop tour. We just bought the store a few months ago. Before the shop was an art gallery. We have been slowly making over, bringing in vintage and secondhand. We still carry a lot of locally made goods. And now it's time to give this store a makeover and bring some cohesiveness in the store. The outside of the building has probably not been painted in several decades. We have two sides and two doors to the front of the building. And you can see there's two different colors going on. So that's one of our projects we're gonna be working on. And I've got some paint samples for that. So I'm still trying to decide on a color for the front, but we're gonna paint that one solid color. And then inside, I'm really leaning towards doing like a jewel tone color scheme. And here's kind of like the color scheme I want to do. Some of the deep teals and blues, magentas and deep purples, some really rich colors is kind of the theme I'm going for. So that's going to be coming. But today our projects are, we are going to be finishing out building this last clothes rack on our built-in. We have like 3 separate sections of built-ins on one of the walls. 2 of them are already done, so we're gonna finish that one today. And then we're also gonna work on our fitting room, getting a fitting room set up. So those are the 2 main projects today. And then we brought some more pieces in, gonna be moving some things around. So let's dive into the episode. So here are the built-ins and the 2 clothes racks I've already done. And then I did a top shelf on each of those for like shoes, jewelry, accessories, things like that. And then I'm keeping the bottom open for more shoes. I would love to be able to do a double rack, but the built-ins that were already here just aren't tall enough. So we're trying to use this existing space. That was a very easy project that took us about 15 minutes and it is done. So I'm gonna get all of our remaining clothes hung up on here and still working on filling in a few matching hangers, but it's coming along. I am gonna be painting the built-ins too. I think I'm gonna do this either a really, really dark, like bluish or purplish smoky color, almost black. I might even do black, I don't know yet, but that way all the wood rods and hangers pop against that really dark color. And this is not the most attractive shelf situation you see right here, but once it's all painted a solid color, you won't see that, and then this will stay the natural wood. This was perfect timing. I just got in another order of our wooden hangers. We've been ordering them little by little just to help split up the cost. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these clothes hangers switched out. Let me just show you what a difference this makes of matching hangers compared to that versus that. What a difference. And once we paint these built-ins a really dark color, I think that's just gonna make the clothes pop. So now I can get this top shelf styled up and some more shoes down there. But that is a wrap on project number 1. We're going to do our fitting room right back here. So we're about to move on to this next project. But we already have these 3 walls. So this is gonna be the easiest place to finish the fitting room. And we're just gonna hang a curtain rod across here between these 2 walls. and let that be our space. Originally, I was wanting to build out something here, but it was just gonna take up more floor space, and you can't hang anything from these kinds of ceilings. So that really was the perfect spot. So I was at the thrift store yesterday and I found these crimson red, almost like ruby red color, and they've got a little bitty shimmer to them, curtain panels, and they're blackout, which is exactly what we need. So I have 2 of those panels. So for now, we're going to use one of these as the dressing room curtain, but we have another idea for the other side of the room, which will be in a later video, that these are going to be used for. So these are just going to be a placeholder for the dressing room. I'm still on the hunt for a different curtain for that, but for now, we're going to go ahead and at least get it up so we have a fitting room. For the curtain rods and also the clothing racks, we're just using these wood closet rods, and these little guys are super cheap from Lowe's, and then the thrifted curtains. So my idea for lighting in the fitting room, I wanted to do these cool bulb lights, these LED string lights. That's 24 feet, so they should be plenty long enough. And then whenever we get our mirror, do like a floor length mirror like that, and then just string these all the way up and over and around that mirror. And I'm hoping that will give off enough bright light to make a good dressing room. Unfortunately, we don't have a mirror yet, so I don't want to hang these until we do, to know exactly what height to do them. I thrifted these hooks that had 4 hooks on there. I've already taken a couple off. The original idea was to hang them on the door, but the door is hollow, so there's nothing to like tack them to. And the wall space is too short. So I'm just gonna remove the hooks and hang those on this wall. I could go above the door, but that's really too high. So gonna take those off and just do several hooks down the wall. All right, we got those 2 hooks there, so that takes care of that. Kind of show you how it's coming along in here. This was just an old mirror that was in the bathroom. It's not near tall enough, but the mirror is gonna go on this wall, and then the lights are gonna go up and around that. In case you're wondering what's back here, this is our office, but we have another door on the other side, so we'll use that as our access, and then we're just gonna go ahead and close that off and lock it. And then in here is bathroom. That door will stay closed. And I'm really happy with the color of this. So it's definitely fitting the jewel tone theme that I want to go for. It's like the color of rubies, so I think it's awesome. As far as paint colors, I'm leaning towards doing one of the lighter kind of like aqua turquoisey tealy blues. So it has some little bit of that teal, that greenish blue color, and I think that's gonna look really well with that color. So again, I'm not sure if this is the curtain that's gonna stay here, because we have another idea that we're gonna do in the other room, like I said, but for now, at least that gives us a fitting room and it looks nice. All right, next on the agenda is we want to create some better flow. So if you see me, like, this whole room right now just has this big empty space in the middle of the room. So I want to create some little like walking flow, either doing tables or furniture, whatever, either in the middle or coming off kind of like this corner right here, because I think that just forces people to walk around throughout the store, kind of like in here, how we have the clothes racks and these couple things in the middle of the room. It just creates like a little walking path around the store in a nice little flow, as opposed to just a big, you know, empty floor space. All right, little progress check here. We moved this out of this little nook right here. It was just feeling a little bit crowded, and for some reason, when you just tilt it just a little bit, it kind of creates a little bit better flow. So And then we kicked out this little furniture piece, just kind of creates a little bit of shape there. And then in here, here's what we got so far. I've had this little table I got from a garage sale a couple months back. So I've just started kind of filling that, and then set our, oh, I made this the other day, just a little old window shutter, and I put some nails in that, and that is my earring display. So I've got that there. And then these were a couple pieces we picked up yesterday. This is so cute. It's just this vintage nightstand end table, more of an end table, but it's got this beautiful flower detail, glass detail on both of the doors. So cute. And then this little French provincial style nightstand, little stuffed animal there. Just set him on top. So I've just got those stacked up and put some jewelry and a hat on there. Not totally sure yet what to do with this wall, but we'll just keep moving stuff around. I've already accepted the fact that stuff is gonna move a bajillion times before it finds its final resting place. And even then, it's probably not gonna be final because from what I've heard, that is the key to retail, is constantly moving things around. So it's always gonna be moving. I think I'm at a stopping point for the day. I need to get a mirror for the dressing room, and then I can at least finish that project out. But don't go anywhere, the episode's not over. We're just gonna pick it up on another day. So it is the next day, and as you can see, we've got a mirror in our fitting room. So this is actually one that I had at home, so that saved me money from having to buy another one. But it's this tall floor-length arched mirror. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get these lights hung. Here's the lights that I got. So I'm hoping it'll be bright enough. So we're gonna test it out. First things first, I'm gonna check all these bulbs. Put these in here, make sure everything works. Moment of truth. Ah!
I think it looks cool.
You like it?
Yeah, funky.
This is what it feels like, living on the bright side, the bright side. Strawberry coastline.
Well, it's definitely funky. It's plenty of light. Let me turn the office light off because this will be closed. Okay. Yeah, I think that's plenty of light. They're not super bright, but you know, you can see your clothes. Definitely good enough. I think it's fun. So we have finished up our projects for this week. That was a lot of work over a few days, but the shop already looks so much different, so much better. So let me take you on a quick walkthrough so you can see the progress of the makeover. All right, so this is walking in the front right side, and we've shuffled quite a bit around on this wall here. Obviously, one of the biggest moves we made was moving the counter to this back wall, and then also finishing out our fitting room. So we have an actual fitting room now, and we've moved a lot in here, just pulling some things out, creating space and creating a different flow in here. We've got this cabinet here, the walls, that's going to be another project and things in the making, and making really good use of our wall space. And then we've got this front little display section up here. And then when we go through these doors into the next room, the other big project, and this didn't take too long actually finishing this closet. Most of the time was spent just figuring out where to put stuff and moving things back and forth and all over a million different times. But I think this turned out really good. We've got a nice flow through here. We also shifted some tall shelves down, which kind of blocks that back room where the soaps are made. So you just have a little more closed off space back there, and still plenty of room to walk around and stuff for storage. So this is the current stage of our shop makeover. Thank y'all so much for watching the very first episode of our shop makeover series. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss an episode. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.